Tonight's what's poppin'. It's Adonis. It has been brought to my attention about some new spoilers for Chapter 75 of Dragon Ball Super's manga. We're gonna jump right into this, man. Make sure you guys smack the like, smack subscribe. I want to know your guys' thoughts on this. So we have a couple of panels that got sent to me. Let me actually get to some of these things. Now it says DBS Chronicles for the translation. I didn't get this directly from them. This got sent to me in my inbox. So shouts out to the person that translated. I'm not 100% sure if the translations are correct. This is just what I have received. So in here we see that Vegeta's turning up. He's turning up one dude real quick, which is kind of fire to see. I can't wait to see it colored, to see exactly the fan theories of the whole purple hair. Is that going to be the vibe, or is it going to be something completely different? We're not 100% sure yet. But we do see the fight ensuing, and Vegeta grabs my man by the collar like, you not the one. You not that guy. Kind of awesome. He said, you really gotten too cocky, haven't you, you bastard? So essentially let him know, like, look, Blaine would have saying things can change real quick, so I think that's really dope. My dude kicks my man. Now, I don't know if all of these things are happening in this order. These are just the panels that I've received. But you definitely see Granola having seemingly a hard time trying to keep up with Vegeta in this new form, which is interesting. This sequence here is really crazy because we see Granola seems to have some kind of barrier, and Vegeta literally could potentially be destroying said barrier. Like whatever it's touching is actually destroying the energy that is supposed to be the barrier that's there. Not necessarily like stopping it or breaking it, but like just going through it. Like I'm built different. So I'm not 100% sure if that's what we're seeing here, but I'm interested to see what it is this bubble situation is. But this also looks like this is around the same time when he grabs his shirt. He said, prepare yourself, I'm gonna take good care of you from here on out, which is kind of a daddy move. I'm not gonna lie, he's daddying him right now. He's like, look, I'm gonna take care of you. He ends up throwing my man's like a baseball. He baseballed this guy. Now it seems as if this sequence here obviously is when he puts the barrier up, but it says don't compare this to that boring technique, and I'm assuming it has something to do with the Ultra Instinct technique is what Granola may be referring to. Now in this, I'm not 100% sure if this is the correct translation. Like I said before, he said if Kakarot's is autonomous, then mine's conquering. You can call my instinct of conquest. So I'm not sure if instinct of conquest rolls off the tongue or conquers instinct maybe. I'm not 100% sure what he's gonna say this, but it doesn't seem as if it's something that is a technique necessarily named of the gods of destruction, right? Maybe it's the power that is in that he's learned from the gods of destruction and infused with some kind of transformation. But the reason why is he's calling it something that he hasn't necessarily heard from Beerus or something like that, if that makes any sense. So unlike Ultra Instinct, it happened and Whis was like, oh, that's Ultra Instinct. Like, you know what I mean? Like, it's not like that. It seems like, well, you can call mine this, So I'm not 100% sure if it's just like a self-named, form that he came up with, fusing, what he learned from Beerus with the God of Destruction ability. Regardless, though, this is going to be interesting to see, is he going to beat Granola? Or is Granola still holding back? Is he just kind of figuring out what his power is? Now, I did have a theory that I want to do a video on. So I'll leave that theory for the video. But I think the bigger question, like I said before, is he going to beat Granola in this form? And if he doesn't, what's the reason why? Is it going to be a third party that comes into play? Some of the heaters that come in with the whole Wish vibes, like, is that going to change up this whole situation? Is there going to be something to do with Frieza? Now, what we do know is Granola's after Frieza. So, and then obviously the heaters know where Frieza is supposedly and all this. So there's this whole other scenario now of like, do we see Frieza in this arc? Is Frieza going to play a bigger role in this? Is Frieza going to have some kind of power up? There's a lot of questions that play into this. And then what is Granola? Is Granola going to come to his senses of like, look, these guys aren't my enemy. They don't like Frieza either. So there's a lot of questions involved in this. So let me know your guys' thoughts on that. But so far, the art looks awesome. Like I said before, I can't wait to see this officially colored to get an idea of what exactly his hair is going to look like. Is it purple? Is it black with purple tones? Or is this aura just purple and his hair is black? Not really sure, but I want to know your guys' predictions on this. And do you think Vegeta is going to take the dub? Because we're not really sure if Granola is the big bad, right? And I think historically, in the majority of shonens, and I think people kind of get this confused, this show, main character is Goku. I know people are like, oh, well, there's two main characters. No, the story of Dragon Ball is Goku's story. Does Vegeta get a lot of screen time? Yes, but he's not the main character as much as people want him to be, or like, oh, he's, you know, most main characters of shonens are the ones that beat the big bad. Period. The other side characters may take on other, you know, powerful characters, but usually 99% of the time, the main character is the one that beats the big villain of the arc. Rarely is that going to be a subsidiary character, right? And in Dragon Ball, ironically, Goku has lost to the big bad in the Cell Saga. Gohan beat the big bad in that. So it's just really interesting. I think people just kind of brush over some of these things. People just jump on the bandwagon of like, oh, well, you know, Goku always wins. He always comes and saves the day. I did a video on this before of how many times Goku's taken L's where he actually hasn't beaten the main villain of that particular arc. So just something to keep in mind. But I want to know your guys' thoughts. Do you think Vegeta's going to take a dub? Do you think he's going to take an L? Let me know. I'll catch you guys in the next one. We out this time.